So here we go, last job of the day for Rob Smike. He's done a great job pacing. The earlier 3K as well, he's made sure he's got a good workout in. He hasn't come here for nothing, so where they go, nice and settled in around the first bend. Smike's gonna go to the front just like he did in that B race earlier on. And a few arm drops just to say, yeah, let me in, there's no rush. We've got 15 laps ahead of us. We'll see what they come through this first 200 in. They give us a very good indication of around about what they're operating at. Clock not working. So Cam Smith, a Glasgow Uni man, 8:33, his personal best, right on the tail of Smike. Behind him as well, you've got Chris Perkins of Birtley, 9:11, his personal best. Well, he looks like he's going to obliterate that just being in the race, let alone being up there in third place. Charlie Eastaugh of Wimbledon as well, settling into third. He was the man I said to watch. He's the fastest man in the field, in the yellow and the cap in third. Looking very, very smooth. But Rob Smike doing a good job up front then. And I'm sure we'll get the clock working in a little while. There we go, just right on cue. So 66 is probably a little quick for these gents, but they won't mind that. A bit of money in the bank early in the 3,000 meters, but like I said, it's one of those events you are on the red line the whole way, so you do perhaps want to go off slower rather than quicker when you're operating over 3,000 meters. But no complaints up at the front so far. We've got Smike, Iwan Thomas, the small, under 17, just moving around mid-pack, 5:07 on his number. Lovely flowing cadence, lovely rangy style as well. And it just bouncing along there in 5th place at the moment. Yeah, 8:42, his personal best. And like I said, for an under 17, if you start running 8:30 and below, your class is very, very good, and you do start to near the top of the rankings. So no change here in this men's 3,000 meter C race. We're going to get that 800 meter split. They look on quick. They're a bit quicker than on schedule. They wanted 68s really. 2:13. Okay, 67s. It's not too bad. We're low 8:20s. And for a lot of these men, this is unknown territory this early in a 3,000 meter race to be operating in 8:20 tempo.
We've had some exceptional racing this afternoon, including this indoor record.
So still
2:47 at 1K.
Up at the front, Cameron Smith doing a nice cruisy job. Pacemaker drops out now, and he has to take the lead as I say that, he just gaps the Birtley man behind him, Chris Perkins, who is an under 20. And moving straight round him is Charlie Eastaugh. He knows what he's doing. He's done this before. This isn't his first 3,000 meter race. He's got the experience. He just knows to keep that gap. But it's still Smith leading the way then. 1,200 meters done in around just a clip inside 3:20. If that pack can stay together as close as possible. And look out for Steven Denby, City of Norwich man. 8:34 is personal best. He's looking pretty smooth in 4th as well. So if these 4 can break away and work together, like I say, Cam Smith's going to slowly try and turn the screw and drop them one by one. Eastaugh hanging on in there. And so is Perkins, and so is Denby. So it's interesting to see how this unfolds over the next lap or two. There we go. Next time around will be the mile split. We're going to get that 1,500 split, though, which perhaps is a little bit more relevant in a 3,000 meter race. So word on Iwan Thomas, he's still putting in a good shift on his shoulder. He's going to have to hold off Dave Clark of Wycombe, who's towering above. So around about 4:10. So we are operating at 8:20 pace at the moment, and these boys are looking good. They're making light work of it. Looking really smooth. We're just, halfway. This is the telling part, though, what happens over this next 500 meters. But so far, they're relaxed in the shoulders, relaxed in the face, and that's the telling sign. Smith and Eastaugh, Perkins and Denby. Perkins and Denby look like they might be having a little battle for 3rd and 4th.
Dave Clark, the second Hercules Wimbledon athlete.
Like I say, Eastaugh based down at Hercules Wimbledon. That's his own club. Ben Node, his coach. They've got a terrific men's group down there. And so often churning out K repeats, 800s, 400s. A massive group, so he won't be alone in training. And Cam Smith up at Glasgow University. He's braved a tough winter. He's probably relishing the indoors. The Nottingham man getting this done before he heads back to university. He's still up at the front then. What are they going to swing around in? Next up, we're going to look for their 2K split. But Denby's just drifted around. Perkins now in third place. Nothing has changed in the last mile or so. Smith starting to grimace. Eastaugh still looking relaxed as ever. I wonder if he'll throw his hat off at some point. When he means business, of course. But Denby and Perkins has just managed to get back on it. It's almost like he's had a little word from the coach and he's got right back on it. Right on the back of Denby, who perhaps has even slowed a little as that gap just opens up. And Smith doing a great job at just churning this one out. A little drop out, the Windsor man. Oakley Denson, I've just seen the under-20 has just pulled out, unfortunately for him. It's tough, it's lonely out there. Not for these two at the front though. Smith and Eastaugh, they've accompanied each other all race long. Perkins and Denby have done the same. These boys aren't lonely, they've got tough battles in their hands. Iwan Thomas just edges clear of the Wycombe man, O'Hare. And he's coming through. I'll keep a note of what pace he's on. His personal best 8:42. He's looking very smooth. These boys are running 8:20 odd. He's going to be inside 8:40, I would have thought. He's only less than 100 meters behind. But Smith did 600 meters to go. 3 laps left. They're getting into kicker territory. You start thinking about your finish now. You start thinking about how much you got left in the tank. It's all about measuring your effort from this point out. Smith, Eastaugh, Denby and Perkins in third and fourth. Perkins seems to be enjoying himself in behind Denby, just biding his time. I think he's just almost waiting when he's going to make his move. So Perkins has moved round Denby into third. That's what's going on down a little bit further down the field. But here comes Charlie Eastaugh. He's the man with the quickest PB. He's sat in behind Smith. He's took advantage of him. And now he's gapped him with 400 meters to go. Can Perkins do the same against Denby? And I say that Smith's not going anywhere though. He's holding strong. They're definitely both working very hard. Iwan Thomas 7:33 with 400 to go. So he's going to be near enough a personal best at that sort of effort. Eastaugh coming up to the bell. He's going to see a couple lap runners in his sights. Charlie Eastaugh now gaps Smith. Will Smith rally and come back? Here we go. Here's the bell. He's got to go to the arm. 7:50. He's going to be just outside his personal best, you would have thought. Cam Smith is going to be well inside his, and that's the telling sign. Maybe he'll settle for a personal best and a second place. But Eastaugh's now getting his own way up at the front. He's clear of Smith. Smith rallying a little bit. Eastaugh going to the arms. His head rocks back. He's had the hat on all race long. A perfectly judged race, and he's going to bring it home and get the win. This is the final BMC race of the day. 8:22, a good last lap. Smith there and right behind him, 8:23 probably. So Eastaugh outside his PB, Smith inside his. Denby fights back for third against Perkins. Terrific running from him across the line. Those boys are going to be near 8:30, which is a big PB for them. And here comes Thomas, the Carmarthen man, in fifth place as well. Well, there you have it. That is the final race of the day. That wraps up the BMC meeting. And just keep your eye out, because like I said right at the start, this is the first of what is going to be a 50-race season from the British Milers Club. They see a catalogue of PBs stretch out over the summer, as well as a whole host of races, none other than their BMC Grand Prix as well. Great racing from all.